Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. So what you can see in the middle here, just ahead of me, is our town's war memorial. Every UK town and village has one, and written on the sides are the names of people who died during the war. In November, the churches usually organize a procession for people to come here and put flowers down. There's a red flower called the poppy. More and more people now, of course, are beginning to forget about the two world wars, and therefore these memorials are largely being forgotten, especially since churches are closing. And as the churches close, no one is left to organize the processions. It's not really something younger people, I think, do. It's the generation of my parents, it was very important. Remembrance Sunday is still quite important, and in November, the King, he does a special celebration. Many people watch it on TV. And while he's doing that, there's a moment of silence to remember the dead, for those who died during the wars. And also there's local processions in the streets for towns and villages which still observe them. Now these days, the War Memorial is more just a place to meet. It's kind of like, yeah, where will we meet? In the town centre to catch the train, or I'll meet you at the War Memorial. Because it's just a place, you know. Unfortunately, also these war memorials are subject to vandalism. Many young people vandalize them by drawing on them, using paint. There's still a lot of respect to these memorials, but with every passing year, we seem to just forget about them. And this is our town's war memorial. And on the top of this memorial, if I move my camera up a little bit, you'll see there's some statues there of what looks like soldiers from, I suppose, during the First World War. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, when we think about some of the ceremonies that we have during certain months of the UK, like this one, it's a little bit depressing. And it does raise the question about people's mental health here, because when you look at the sky, which is really, really grey, you know, yeah, when you see the sky, which is very grey, and then you see ceremonies like this, which are really all about remembering events, very sad events which happened many years ago. There's a question there over mental health and why we still do it. It is known that people here in some areas of the UK, 1 in 4 people suffer from depression and sadness, and a lot of men here don't, unfortunately, feel that they can talk about that, and I think that's a really tragic thing. I know that many of you who are learning a language really are struggling, because I've spoken to some of you about your struggles with anxiety and depression and these things. And, well, it's tragic. And what's even more tragic about it, I think, is that men in particular aren't allowed to talk about these things. It seems to be still very much a taboo subject. I know that for me personally, even though I'm older, different times in my life I've really struggled with depression and these things. And yeah, mental health is something that we all really need to look after. I can see in talking to some of you that mental health is a really big issue these days. And the really good thing about language learning is it offers you something new and something different. And it offers you the chance to step into a different culture from your own, which can be very illuminating to see how other people live. I don't mean to say that's an escape. from your own mental health, but it really can help you to see that maybe your own surroundings weren't exactly perfect and maybe even a little bit toxic. And by stepping away from them, it's a wonderful thing, you know? So anyway, for me, this is what the War Memorial represents. It's not about people who died many, many years ago. It's about our own struggles and how we deal with those. And it's such a shame here that no one is able to really open up and talk about their personal issues. I'm not saying everyone has to, but it's good just to acknowledge sometimes, you know, that we're not feeling our best. Sometimes that's all it takes. And you can hear the bell behind me, which is another old building. I think it's a town hall, which is around the corner. Well, that's all I wanted to say today. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and let's talk soon. See ya. Bye.